What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Spencer doing another step-by-step combo tutorial. This time for Tenyi Swordsoul Halq Synchro, whatever you want to call it. And you would think through this hand right here, at least my first impression was, okay, like what do you do with this? So I found this combo in a DB Grinder video. I'll have that in the description. I end the combo a little differently, and I'll kind of explain my reasoning behind that. But I think this is really cool. And like the whole Halq thing has just been a big explosion. I think a big evolution of the deck. And, you know, there's a Yang Zing monster. I forget the name of it now. But basically when it's destroyed, you know, it lets you special summon out one of your Sword Soul monsters from the deck, which is absolutely ridiculous. And I'll explain how all that works now. I'm going to be doing some more Brave token stuff to the best of my abilities. I'm going to try to find some other decks other than Phantom Knights that people are playing it in to show that too. But for now, this is what I'm going to roll with. So we'll go ahead and get started here. If you don't know what any of these cards do, I can explain. So all the Tenyi monsters, if you control no effect monsters, are free special summons from the hand, which is really nice. So if you do that, and then every Tenyi has that effect, and then there's a secondary effect, kind of like Virtual World, where all the first effects of the special summon are the same, and then it's just like that bonus effect is just different for each card. This one lets you add back one of your banished worm monsters, which will come up a bit later. Not that it's too important, but yeah. So you can go ahead and go into the Link 1. It's a non-effect Link monster, pretty unique, right? Meaning that we don't have another effect monster on the board. So we can activate Ashina. This card lets you banish it from the graveyard, especially when a Tenyi monster, you know, from the deck, which is super nuts. A lot of plussing there. So that's a free special summon. Then we can go ahead and normal summon the Red Rose Dragon. I used to use this in my Pendulum Magician deck because when it's Synchro Summon, it replaces itself, and there's like a lot of plussing that you can do off of that interaction alone, which you'll see here. So you can change those two. That's 10, if you can believe that. This is a level 7. This is a level 3 that makes 10. And this goes into Baron de Fleur. This is an Omni Negate, and it lets you pop once per turn too, which is very important. You're going to get a plus off of the pop effect for yourself, which is kind of insane. Red Rose Dragon, like I said, when it's used for a Synchro Summon, you can go ahead and special summon like a Rose Dragon, you know, from your deck, and that's going to be Rock's Rose Dragon. So when this card is normal or special summon, you get to add one card that specifically lists Black Rose Dragon in its text from your deck to your hand. So you can already see like you're getting one card, and now you're getting two cards. So it replaces itself, and you go +1. So Rock's Rose Dragon can go ahead and add this Basil Rose Shoot. It lets you special summon a Rose Dragon monster from your hand or graveyard in defense position, meaning that you're going to get a tuner back, more advantage. Now you can go ahead and convert this Rock's Rose Dragon and the Monk of the Tenyi into Christian Holly Fibrax. It just requires 2 monsters, including a tuner, which of course Rock's Rose is. To no one's surprise, you're going to go ahead and special summon out Despot 001. Now when the next ban list comes around, either Christian Holly Fibrax, Despot 001, or Mecha Phantom Beast, the Link is going to be, Auroradon is going to be banned, in my opinion. So I don't know how long this deck is going to be around, but for now, you know, this is what not everybody, but this is what a lot of people are playing, and it's a really good deck. And I think the deck will also evolve too as time goes on. But yep, so Halq effect to bring out Despot 001, then you can convert those two into the Auroradon, which is going to produce 3 level 3 tokens. And since, you know, 2 or more machine monsters were special summoned at the same time, that's going to trigger Despot 001. It's an automatic special summon back from the graveyard. When those conditions are you know, met, you can convert 2 of the tokens and the Despot 001 into Yazi, Evil of the Yang Zing. You don't have to worry about it too much because it's very much a Yang Zing card, but when it's destroyed by a battle or card effect and sent to your graveyard, you can special summon 1 worm type monster from your deck in defense position, which is very good. Like I said, Baron also has the Omni Negate, but it also has that pop, and it doesn't have to be your opponent's card, so you can pop your own Yang Zing, or your own Yazi. And from the deck, you're going to go ahead and special summon out Sword Soul of Tai. This card basically lets you banish a Sword Soul or a Worm monster, special summon a token, which lets you go into a good Synchro. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to, you know, banish the Yazi, get ourselves a token, and convert the token and the Tai into the Chi Shroud. So once card is Synchro Summon, it lets you add a Sword Soul card from your deck, and which is so insane. It's also a monster negate. So this card is so good. It's really cool. So we're going to go ahead and search out a Blackout, and we can chain block a little bit here. So Tai Chain Link 2 lets you dump a Sword Soul card or a Worm monster from deck to graveyard, which is exactly what we're going to do. You can dump a Vishuda. It's really not too important what that card is. It's really just there to chain block. Vishuda's decent, you know, follow-up, I suppose, but in any case, like I said before, you can banish the Ashina, especially summon a Tenyi monster, you know, from the deck. And you do want to chain link this because once you use Ashina effect, you can't special summon for the rest of the turn except worm monsters. So Chain Link 1 is going to be Ashina to banish itself to special summon a Tenyi from the deck. Chain Link 2 is going to be this Basil Rose shoot to special summon out a Rose from the graveyard, getting around, you know, that whole interaction, because this obviously, you know, goes off first after the Tenyi Ashina. And from the deck, you can summon out another Vishuda. It's important because it is a level 7. Now, at this point, in the video, the DB Grinder video, they went into Swordsoul Supreme Sovereign chaining. So it's kind of like a free banish, but it made a little more sense because of the attack gain, or you gain 100 attack for every banished card, and they lose 100 for every banished card. So right now we only have 2, so that's like not so great. But in the video, they had activated a Pot of Prosperity, and it got Ash. So there were 6 banished cards, so it did make a really big difference. You know, in your case, like the monsters would have a really hard time getting over anything on the board, just being able to attack over it. But you know, if it wasn't interrupted and this was your hand, you know, there is actually another option which I personally really like. So you can banish Ashina and add back. You can banish the Adhara, excuse me, to get back the Ashina. And you can Synchro Summon. There is another 10 within the whole Swordsoul archetype, and that's Qixing Longyuan. Basically, if it's you know, if you Synchro Summon another Worm monster, you get to draw a card. That's kind of dandy, I guess. But if your opponent special summons a monster, except during the damage step, you can banish one of those monsters, and if you do, inflict 1,200 damage to your opponent, which in my opinion is very, very good disruption. It's like almost like a solemn of some sort. But when your opponent activates spell and trap card, you get to banish that card. That seems kind of, I mean, that's also like half decent, I suppose, and obviously it's very good because, you know, these are quick effects. But, you know, I'm thinking Cursed Eldlin, like Mystic Mine. There's a lot of continuous traps. Speaking of, like, insane traps right now, how about, what's it called? Skill Drain. That would be another really good, you know, one to do, because you get to banish it, those continuous traps, those field spells. So I really like this kind of tech option. I haven't really seen it be used at all in the competitive scene, but nonetheless, if I were playing the deck, I would definitely have it. And then you get to set, you know, Blackout after this, and Blackout lets you, you know, pop one of your Worm monsters and destroy 2 cards on the field. So there's a lot of disruption. There's an Omni Negate. You know, there's the Chi Shout for a monster to get on the board. This is going to basically banish upon a special summon, which is really nice. Plus the pop. And then there's pretty decent follow-up too. You can also pop a token during your next turn, if they stay on the field. Obviously, it's not very likely, but it could. And then you get to pop another card, you know, with the Mecha Phantom Beast Auroradon, which is always nice. But yeah, that is the combo. I don't even know if I said this, but that is the combo. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Other than that, that's going to do it for today's video, and I'll see you guys next time.